Canadians are no strangers to winter, having faced its icy grip year after year. The cold season is almost a rite of passage, a time when the nation collectively braces itself for the chill. However, the winter of 2025-2026 is set to be unlike any other, arriving with an unexpected and formidable force that will catch many off guard. This year, the winter will not creep in slowly as it usually does. Instead, it will descend upon us with a suddenness that feels almost surreal. The winter of 20,000 fiends. Så mighty docher maber dear fan steeprin 6 serine spine. Some will thrive with a sudden force, leaving little room for the usual preparations. Forget the gradual transition. This year, it will feel like flipping a switch. One moment, the leaves are a vibrant tapestry of reds and golds, and the next, they are buried under a blanket of snow. The change will be so abrupt that it will feel as if autumn has been stolen away overnight. 1 week of crisp fall air. The next, you're in your heaviest coat. The wardrobe shift will be sudden and necessary as temperatures plummet and the winds bite with an intensity that demands layers of protection. This abrupt start signals a long, challenging winter across Canada. The early snowstorms will set the tone for a season that promises to test the endurance and resilience of all who call this vast land home. Farmers will rush to harvest before the ground freezes, racing against time to gather their crops before the earth becomes an unyielding expanse of ice. The agricultural community will face a race against nature, striving to secure their livelihoods before winter tightens its grip. Meanwhile, city dwellers will scramble for snow tires, realizing that the roads will soon be treacherous. The annual ritual of tire changes will take on a new urgency, as drivers prepare for the icy conditions that lie ahead. Infrastructure will be tested early, with snowplows and salt trucks working overtime to keep roads passable. The early arrival of winter will strain resources, challenging municipalities to keep up with the demands of snow removal and road maintenance. Procrastination is not an option. The sudden onset of winter will leave little room for delay, urging everyone to prepare their homes and vehicles for the harsh conditions. From stocking up on supplies to ensuring heating systems are in top condition, preparation will be key. The psychological impact of this sudden change is significant. The abrupt shift from autumn to winter can be jarring, affecting moods and routines. The early darkness and cold can weigh heavily on the spirit, making it essential to find ways to stay positive and connected. The beloved autumn season will be cut short, leaving many to mourn the loss of those crisp, colorful days. The transition will be swift, with the beauty of fall quickly overshadowed by the starkness of winter. The early darkness will shock the system as daylight hours shrink and the nights grow long. The shift in light can disrupt sleep patterns and daily routines, requiring adjustments to maintain a sense of normalcy. This forecast is a call to action. Prepare mentally and physically for a demanding winter. Embrace the challenge with resilience and adaptability, knowing that preparation is the best defense against the season's trials. The early start previews the intensity to follow. The heavy snowfall and biting cold will be relentless, demanding vigilance and perseverance from all Canadians. From coast to coast, no region will be spared. The entire country will feel the impact of this early winter, with each province facing its own unique challenges and opportunities. The West may see an early ski season, but also avalanche risks. The mountains will be both a playground and a danger zone, requiring caution and respect for nature's power. The East could face powerful early storms disrupting life. The Atlantic provinces will need to brace for high winds and heavy snow, with communities coming together to weather the storms. Traditional winter activity calendars will need adjusting. Events and sports will have to adapt to the early snow, with organizers and participants alike finding new ways to enjoy the season. The usual late autumn grace period will be absent, leaving little time for the leisurely enjoyment of fall activities. The snow will come early, demanding a shift in plans and expectations. This winter will be defined by its dramatic entrance, testing Canadian resilience. The season will be a testament to the strength and spirit of those who endure its challenges. Prepare now, because winter is coming fast, and means business. The time to act is now, ensuring that you and your loved ones are ready for whatever the season may bring. Embrace the cold, and let it be a reminder of the beauty and power of nature. As we look ahead to this winter, Canadians across the country should prepare for a season that is expected to be colder than what we typically experience. From bustling city streets blanketed in snow to rural communities bracing for icy winds, the chill will be felt far and wide. People will be bundling up in heavy coats, scarves, and mittens as they navigate the frosty outdoors, and the familiar sight of snow piling up on sidewalks and rooftops will become a daily reality for many. The main reason behind this colder outlook is a strong La Niña pattern developing in the Pacific Ocean. La Niña is a climate phenomenon that occurs when sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific are cooler than average. This shift in ocean temperatures has a powerful impact on global weather patterns, and this year, its influence will be especially pronounced in Canada. When the ocean surface cools, it sets off a chain reaction in the atmosphere. The cooler waters affect wind patterns and pressure systems, ultimately altering the path of the jet stream. The jet stream, which acts like a river of air high above the Earth, will dip further south than usual, allowing cold Arctic air to spill into much of Canada. Adding to this, the polar vortex, a large area of low pressure and cold air surrounding the North Pole, will be weaker this year. This means it will be more likely to break apart, sending waves of intensely cold air southward into the Canadian provinces, creating dramatic winter skies and frigid conditions. The Canadian prairies in central Canada are expected to bear the brunt of this cold. Residents in these regions should prepare for prolonged periods of extreme cold, with temperatures dipping well below what is considered normal. Snowstorms and biting winds will make daily life more challenging, and communities will need to be vigilant about staying safe in the harsh conditions. From the majestic Rocky Mountains stretching eastward across the country, temperatures will consistently remain well below seasonal averages. Thermometers will frequently register numbers far lower than what we're used to seeing, and the landscape will be dominated by snow and ice. Even Atlantic Canada, which sometimes escapes the worst of winter's chill, will not be spared this year. The region will experience colder than normal temperatures, icy conditions, and frequent snowfalls, making travel and daily routines more difficult for residents of the Maritimes and Newfoundland. On the west coast, British Columbia will see a different story. The clash of cold Arctic air with milder Pacific systems will create highly variable temperatures. Some days may feel unusually cold, while others could bring brief thaws or even rain, especially along the coast. In Vancouver and the surrounding areas, residents should expect a winter marked by unpredictability. One day might bring a mix of rain and wet snow, while the next could see a sudden drop in temperature and a dusting of fresh snow. This variability will keep everyone on their toes, making it important to stay updated on local forecasts. Overall, this winter in Canada will be defined by persistent cold and significant variability. Whether you're in the heart of the prairies along the Atlantic coast or on the west coast, it's wise to prepare for a season that will test our resilience and remind us of the power of nature. Bundle up, stay safe, and get ready for a true Canadian winter. This winter will be remembered for its abundant snowfall. Atmospheric patterns will deliver copious moisture, leading to heavy snow. The Great Lakes through Ontario and Quebec will see powerful storms. Cities like Toronto and Montreal should prepare for major snow events. British Columbia's coast will face intense storms, with mountains getting epic snowfall. The prairies will be drier, with light, fluffy snow creating blizzard conditions. The main story here is the wind and cold, not the depth of the snow. This winter will demand respect from its very first day. The winter of 2025-2026 will arrive with a sudden and dramatic shift in November, catching many Canadians off guard. As autumn's last leaves fall, the landscape will quickly transform into a world of white, with snow blanketing cities, towns, and countryside alike. The first major snowfall will be significant, with accumulations piling up rapidly and temperatures dropping sharply. Many will be surprised by just how quickly the season changes, as mild days give way to icy winds and heavy snow. By December, the polar vortex will strengthen and push frigid Arctic air deep into southern Canada. This will set the stage for a winter that is both colder and snowier than usual, with frequent cold snaps and biting winds. January will be the harshest month, especially across the prairies in Ontario, where temperatures will plunge well below seasonal norms. Residents will face extended periods of severe cold, making daily life a true challenge. Meanwhile, the Great Lakes and Atlantic regions will be hammered by relentless snowstorms, with blizzards and whiteouts making travel hazardous and keeping snowplows busy around the clock. As February and March arrive, hopes for an early spring will be dashed. Storm tracks will remain active, bringing more rounds of snow and freezing rain, and only brief, fleeting thaws. The transition to spring will be slow and stubborn. Snow will melt gradually, with icy patches lingering on sidewalks and fields well into late March and early April. The deep snowpack built up over the winter will persist, with drifts and piles of snow remaining visible in many areas even as April progresses. Gardens and parks will take longer than usual to reappear from beneath the snow. This winter will truly test the resilience and spirit of Canadians, as communities come together to face one of the harshest and longest winters in recent memory. From shoveling driveways to checking on neighbors, the season will be a reminder of the strength and unity that define life in Canada. Ontario and Quebec will be a stormy corridor this winter. The jet stream will create a track for powerful storms. Residents should prepare for above-average snowfall and large-scale storms. Lake-effect snow will bury communities, and temperatures will be consistently cold. This winter will strain municipal services and require vigilance. The prairie provinces will face a severe and sustained deep freeze. Arctic air will flow unimpeded, keeping temperatures far below norms. Wind chill will pose serious risks and heating systems will be strained. Precipitation will be light, with blowing snow creating hazardous conditions. Agriculture will be impacted, with livestock needing extra care. The risk of water lines freezing is high. Preparation is essential for survival. The prairie's resilience will be tested this winter. British Columbia will experience a clash of climates. The coast will see frigid Arctic air meeting moist Pacific air. Expect rapid weather shifts and a mix of precipitation. The interior will be colder and snowier, benefiting ski resorts. Avalanches will be a risk in the mountains. Coastal residents should prepare for power outages and varied weather. This winter will demand flexibility and vigilance. Atlantic Canada will face frequent nor'easters. These storms will bring heavy snow, winds, and coastal flooding. Mixed precipitation events will be disruptive. Residents must be prepared for power outages and relentless storms. A powerful La Niña event is driving this winter's forecast. The jet stream will create a pathway for Arctic air to plunge into Canada. A weakened polar vortex will bring extreme cold snaps. Warmer ocean areas will fuel powerful storms. This combination creates the recipe for an abrupt, cold, and snowy winter. Canadians must prepare for a challenging season. Preparing your home is crucial for facing a harsh winter. Check insulation and seal gaps to reduce heating bills. Service your heating systems to ensure efficiency. Equip your vehicle with winter tires and a survival kit. Dress in layers and pay attention to weather alerts. Check on neighbors, especially the vulnerable. Build a strong community to face winter challenges. Preparation and resilience will see us through this epic winter.